All right, joining us on the program right now, very pleased to have with us Mr. Tom King, president of the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association. How are you, Tom?
Pretty good, Cam. How about you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming on the program tonight.
Not a problem for an opportunity like this.
Yeah. You know, it's always interesting to me. You would think if you are a group of mayors opposed to illegal activity, that if you are accused of doing something illegal, at least eyebrows would be raised. And if you are convicted or plead guilty to doing something illegal, perhaps you wouldn't be a welcome member of the mayor's group anymore. But that's not the case with Mayors Against Illegal Guns. As long as you still have the title mayor attached to your name, you can apparently do anything and stay in Mayor Bloomberg's good graces.
Yeah, you're right. And the interesting thing after, checking on this today, this guy was being, accused and arrested of things back in 2007.
And we're talking here about the mayor of Monticello, New York, right?
That's
Jenkins?
Right. Gordon Jenkins.
Okay. Mayor Jenkins is now being charged with a variety of crimes, including selling counterfeit Nikes and tax fraud, failing to collect sales tax, along with marijuana possession. And you say his record actually goes back a few years?
Yeah, back to 2007. I think it was either late 2007 or early 2008 was the first time he was being investigated and arrested.
Wow. And again, he's still up there on Mayors Against Illegal Guns homepage.
Well, you know what they say, only in New York.
Well, now it's not just only in New York, because although last week we did have the mayor of White Plains who was up there after he had been convicted of a domestic violence charge. He was still a mayor, so he was still in good standing until he resigned his position. But, you look back around the country, Tom, and there have been other mayors. Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick did not get removed from Mayors Against Illegal Guns until he stepped down.
Yep.
The former mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, Frank Melton, remained a member of Mayors Against Illegal Guns until his death, despite the fact that he actually pleaded guilty to illegally carrying a concealed firearm.
Now, isn't that amazing? Mayors Against Illegal Guns, huh?
And you plead guilty to illegally carrying a gun, and you don't have to leave the group.
That's right. Now, what was Bloomberg's comment to that?
He never said anything. He never said a word.
Kids will be kids.
Never said a word.
Yep.
And that's why, to me, Tom, it's striking to note this about Mayor Bloomberg, that this is about padding the numbers of this group. The more mayors there are, the better off he thinks his group will be. It doesn't matter the class of mayor that is attached to this group.
Oh no, it isn't. It's about numbers, and it's about public relations and public image, and perception.
Yeah, I think we should start a new group called Mayors for Obeying the Law.
Yeah, well, let me see. What can we get in there? 1, 2, maybe 3.
Well,
right
we'll
now?
just have a thing like, if you are facing charges, you got to leave the group. If you're convicted, you definitely have to leave the group, and you can't be a member of Mayors Against Illegal Guns because clearly that's an organization that supports criminal mayors.
Yeah, it is. And I just would love to hear a comment from him on this, but you never will because he's going to stonewall it and and never say a word, and the media will never say anything about it other than maybe reporting the initial offense of the mayor, but never linking him with Mayors Against Guns.
Look, it's not Mayors Against Counterfeit Nikes. It's not Mayors Against Tax Fraud. It's Mayors Against Illegal Guns, Tom.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I just it's the double standard in the media that just really it's getting to me. I listen to this more and more and more. And whenever anything happens, it's always blown totally out of proportion if it's something against the gun movement or if it's something against the conservative movement, yet let something like this happen and you will never, ever hear a word about it. Where is the integrity in the media anymore?
I think they left their integrity in San Francisco. I'm not sure, along with their hearts.
Yeah.
I even remember a couple of years ago, Tom, in Illinois, there was a local gun control activist, like the head of the Million Mile March chapter, who was arrested for illegal gun possession.
Yeah.
And you know, there were a couple of local news stories, but I mean, this is the man bites dog story of the year. And again, outside of the local papers in Illinois, nobody thought it was really interesting that a gun control advocate, female activist in charge of a Million Mom March chapter, was busted for illegally possessing a firearm.
Now, do you remember the congressman? I think he was from South Carolina, but I'm not sure. Who was an adamant anti-gunner, and he wound up shooting a burglar or a kid that was swimming in a swimming pool who wasn't even a burglar. He was a college kid with an unregistered firearm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you go back even further, you'll find who was the pundit in Washington, D.C. who wrote about his love for gun control laws, and it turned out he actually was a gun owner as well.
Yeah, who was that?
Al Hunt, maybe? I can't remember
might have
who
been.
it was.
It might have been, yes.
So, I mean, you know, it's nothing new, but you're right. It is absolutely infuriating when the mainstream media pretends like there's no story here.
That's right. You know, I it just boggles my mind that the media does this, and what really bothers me even more is that there's no outcry from the citizens of the United States.
I think most of them don't know, but that's why, you know, hopefully we'll be able to tweet your appearance here tonight, and folks can check out the clips here at NRAnews.com or on YouTube, and we'll help spread the word. We'll alert the world to the stories the mainstream media really doesn't want folks to know about.
Well, somebody's got to do it, and it might as well be us, Cam.
Exactly right. Mr. King, thank you again, sir, for coming on the program.
Not a problem.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, take care.